unity, meaning to unify all human beings. It's simply an idea. Even if this God was real, it wouldn't give the blessing of unity, you see. Because we're already unified. The whole problem is we think we have to do something, to achieve something, to create something, to become unified. Everything is here. If you stop thinking for one moment and look out with names, give thing names, but look out of your window. Look out into the sky. And you'll see that the hills are unified with the sky. You'll see that the ocean is unified with the land. You'll see the people are unified with the buildings. The idea that we have to become unified is because we, the mind, in our conceptual ways, our unique and individual ways, want to unify. Want. I'm not happy in this world on my own. I want to be unified. I want others to help me. I want others to do it for me. I want to be there to help others. I want. And then the defensive ego comes in and says, yeah, but when it's attacked for wanting, yeah, because it's what we need, you see. Need is also another acceptance that I don't already have. I'm not already unified. I need to be unified. I need someone in my life. You already have everything in your life. Everything is in your life. To try and unify creates war. Let's go to the peace dogs. Yeah, we want to unify our two countries. And the other one says, on what terms? Yeah, you give us the oil, we'll give you the cheese. You can have so many, so much money, and we'll take so much of your gold. So the unification was already there. There's now a sharing of what we don't really own. I don't own this land, you see. Politicians, government officials, and all these people, they think they own the land. It's our land. See? So if you're religious and you believe in God, how blasphemous is that to say, I own my house. It's my house. It's my land. It's my world. We don't say that, you see. We don't go around saying that. We go around saying we're fortunate. We're very fortunate that life, monetarily or socially or whatever it is, has been kind to me, or it has been unkind to me. We don't. I'm an old-fashioned boy. And I played with my, these little plastic soldiers and cowboys and Indians and so many plastic soldiers, Some would be shooting like this, some would be, and they all stood up, And I used to play with them on my bedspread, and make little caves out of the bedspread, and put them in caves, and they would come out, and the green ones would attack the blue ones, or the cowboys would attack the Indians, or whatever. And I used to go, get off my land. And they're all in the same duvet cover, I want to be unified, meaning I'm not unified. I want that land, meaning I don't own it. You're not getting my land because it's mine, meaning it's mine, I own it. It's not yours, so therefore we're not unified. This is a game of cowboys and Indians, a game of soldiers, a game of the good guys and the bad guys, It's just a game. And of course, it appears like the speaker is taking it frivolously. It's a pretty sad game. It is a pretty septic and toxic game. It really is the most septic and toxic game to say this is my country and you can't come into it. How is that going to be unified? You see, how is that the idea of unification? It's the idea of dissecting and breaking up further. We don't have to break up further. We're already singly and solely here as whatever we are in our universal state. It's just that we cannot cope. How many people, how many minds in this world has said at one point in their life, I'd just like to be on my own planet with no one so that I could be at peace. I wouldn't have to follow the niceties and the guidelines and the rules and the regulations. I could do what I please on my own planet or my own island, you see. That's the most common one. I wish I was on a little island with no one to bother me, you see. And that's what's taking place. But we have adopted a mind to say, it is my island. I walked in the beach in Italy. I've walked in the beach in Spain, in France, in USA, in Dubai. I've walked in so many beaches. And the grains of sand sometimes appear to be slightly bigger or a different colour. Certainly some are hotter than the ones in Scotland. Ooh. But I don't go around saying, oh, this is my grains of sand. Wherever I go, it's my grains of sand. It's just an experience of walking. And that's what all of this is. When you're not participating in the game of division, the game of bargaining, the game of negotiating, the game of dividing, the game of conquering, the game of uniting, let's unite. It's a game. We're already united. When you're not involved in any of these things, you are in the midst of something spectacular. But this doesn't like promoting spectacular. It's been conditioned and programmed into saying no, it will be spectacular once you get your arse in gear, once you do your job, and once we become united. I think we have I'm not very political, so we have this term, I think it's called United Nations. And I don't know if that means every what we call country is united, a worldwide unification. But it doesn't work, does it? I don't know how many wars are going on right now. It doesn't work, you see. It's not here to work. Working towards it means it's not happening now. You see, this is what here and now means. This is what Eckhart Tolle means with the power of now. When you are truly, truly in the moment of now, there's no war. There's no need to unify. There's no peace. There's no anger, there's no happiness, none of these states of qualities of mind, of measurements. It simply is that what it is. The mind will say, it's boring, it's nothing, it's not worth spending your whole life doing, sitting under a bonsai tree or whatever that. But now is not under a bonsai tree. Now is not in meditation. Now is not a practice. Now is reality, you see. Now is the truth. And when you're here and now, with no thoughts of time, space, past, future, creation, relating, forming, destroying, all these thoughts, all these concepts after concepts. This is concept, you see, concept after concept after concept. The train of concepts, I call it. Some call it the train of thoughts. This train of concepts end up being the train of suffering, the train of illness, the train of division, the train of I need help from someone else, the train of my body cannot do it on its own because I've caused it so much suffering by taking on all these concepts. This meek and humble body cannot cope with the idea of unification. The body says to the mind, the body says to all bodies, with no vocal, verbal ways, just being here is unification. Just being alive as one is unified love, as it is.